is wonderful to be with all of you here today on this beautiful day. Michelle sends her greetings as well. She is the proud sponsor of the Coast Guard cutter Stratton, which is tough to beat. But as Admiral Zukov pointed out, both the Coast Guard and I were born on the same day. So I want you all to know every birthday from now on, I will be thinking about the Coast Guard. Now, the Coast Guard may be the smallest of our services, but I have to say you may also be the loudest. Whenever I visit our military bases, there are always lots of soldiers and sailors and airmen and Marines. They make a lot of noise, but wherever I am across the country or around the world, including Afghanistan, nowhere near an ocean, the most determined cheer from the crowd comes from our proud Coast Guardsmen, because usually there might only be one or two of them. And as Paul mentioned in my State of the Union address this year, I mentioned how I've seen America at its best when commissioning our new officers, including here in New London. And it's true, some folks across the country didn't quite get the reference. One person tweeted they were pretty sure I had just made this up. And then there was one person in town who asked, did Obama name drop New London? So let me do it again. It is a great honor to be back in New London at the United States Coast Guard Academy to salute the newest ensigns of America's oldest continuous maritime service. Cadets, this is a day to celebrate all that you've achieved over these past 4 years. You have excelled at one of the most selective and rigorous academic institutions in America. You've held yourselves to a high code of conduct, proven yourself worthy to be called commissioned officers of the United States Coast Guard. You've pushed yourself physically, from swab summer to beating your officers at basketball and softball and football. You braced up, squared your meals, spent Friday nights waxing the floors, maybe a little rodeo buffing. I saw the video. That looks dangerous, by the way. You made your mark, and you will be remembered in Chase Hall, in this stadium, and at Hannafin's and Buckley House. Which reminds me, in keeping with long-standing tradition, I hereby absolve all cadets serving restrictions for minor offenses. You came together as one team. We are joined today by Commander Merle Smith, the first African-American graduate of this academy, class of 1966, a decorated Vietnam veteran. His legacy endures in all of you because the graduating class of 2015 is the most diverse in academy history. And you took care of each other like family. Today we honor the memory of your classmate from the Republic of Georgia, Soso, along with Beso. Their spirits will live on in the partnerships you forge with Coast Guards all over the world. Today you take your rightful place in the long blue line. For Marina Stevens and her family, it is a very long line. Where's Marina? Just wave at me real quick. There she is right there. Marina's dad is Coast Guard civilian. Her mom, Janet, an Academy graduate, was a Coast Guard captain and will pin on Marina's shoulder boards today. Marina's grandfather was a Coast Guardsman. Her great-grandfather joined the U.S. Lighthouse Service in 1918. That's 4 generations spanning nearly the entire life of the modern Coast Guard. No wonder she's named Marina. It's in her blood. And cadets, I know that none of you reached this day alone. So join me in giving a huge round of applause to your mentors and your incredible parents and your family members, so many of themselves veterans as well. Please give them a big round of applause. Countering terrorist groups like Al-Qaeda and now ISIL, opposing the Assad regime's war against the Syrian people, supporting the legitimate government of Yemen, and opposing Iran's destabilizing actions